Hi, I'm Kurt Fearnley, Paralympian, and I'm coming to you from a Wabakal country.
I'm Paralympian Sarah Rose. I'm broadcasting from Guringai country.
This is You Little Ripper, the place that we get to celebrate all things parasport, and we have got some celebrating to do this week.
We sure do. Let's get into our You Little Ripper moments for this week, Kurt. What made you shout You Little Ripper this week?
This week, I've been all consumed by paratriathlon. We've had some great performances recently in our paratriathlon team. Recently in Tasmania, they brought home 7 gold, 1 silver, 2 bronze, and the great Lauren Parker. She has some pretty big plans for Paris in 2024. Lauren is one of the toughest people that I have ever met. I used to cycle with Lauren. I used to exercise with Lauren. Now I would not even attempt to watch Lauren Parker train because I'm not fit enough to consume it. But she is not only winning multiple World Cups down in Hobart, but she's committed to competing in both the paratriathlon and paracycling in Paris in 2024. I've seen her cycle, and I think that she is going to be incredibly hard to beat in both of those.
What a phenomenal athlete. Can't wait to watch. My little Ripper moment would be Ella Sapplejack, who was awarded the Gold Coast Para Athlete of the Year at the 54th Gold Coast Sports Star of the Year Awards. Now, Ella's also a phenomenal athlete, has been to the Paralympics in the wheelchair basketball and is now also competing in the wheelchair rugby. So I absolutely love watching Ella on the court, and the sportsmanship, everything that she does, she puts 100% in. So that's my little Ripper moment.
One of the most loved athletes across the Australian sporting team as well. My best of the rest. Now, this is a really close to a You Little Ripper moment, but it's just couldn't edge it out. And mine goes to Heath Davidson. He finished as quad doubles runner-up in the Cajun Classic. Good to see the Aussies still going hard in the tennis. What's your best of the rest moment, Sarah?
My best of the rest moment would be as the World Cup season draws to a close for our para-alpine team, Josh Chuka-Hanlon and Patrick Jensen with guide Ethan Jackson competing at the FIS Para World Sports World Cup finals in Italy over the past week and doing a tremendous job over there.
Speaking of the greats, within our Winter Paralympic team, we have one of them right here. Patrick Jensen, welcome to You Little Ripper.
Thank you for having me.
The snow skiing adventurer from Newcastle, Australia. Mate, you are always raw, always honest when you do your post-race interviews. You've said on social media that it wasn't a smooth season. Can you talk us through it? What's the season been like?
It was just such a long season. It was long and it was testing. There was a couple of months there where I wasn't able to actually participate in the races due to not qualifying earlier on in the season, which it was really tough being there, watching the races and just knowing I wasn't allowed only by like this split second of not qualifying. It drove me a bit crazy, but got there in the end and ended up having a cracking last couple of races at the end of the season and really enjoyed that in Italy. So yeah, it was tough and long.
Pat, I know that this is the first season with your new guide, Ethan Jackson. How did you guys come to be working together?
I guess just word of mouth. My old guide, Amelia, she worked with him. And it's such a small world, the ski world in Australia. I guess everyone kind of knows everyone, and it's just through that, I guess.
Mate, we were talking earlier on. You had the biggest crash that I have seen this year. Following Ethan down a hill, you've an impressive crash. How do you get back up after this? Like, honestly, I don't know whether I could ever go down one of those slopes with the trust and guidance of another human being, let alone have a tumble and then get back up and do it again. How do you do that?
I guess probably a little bit of stupidity. At that point in time, it it was quite a bad crash, but I remember thinking when I was like hanging upside down in the nets, and I just thought, I need to move and get up because my partner was down at the bottom. If I don't move, she's going to be freaking out thinking I'm hurt. So I had to kind of reassure the people around that I was okay. And then when I got to the bottom, I made sure I was okay. I think I'm part rubber. I seemed about back from these nasty accidents without anything too bad, which is quite lucky.
So lucky. And you posted the sweetest vid of your lab almost wagging his tail off when you arrived home. What's it been like being home after the season that you've had?
That's beautiful. It's like we didn't skip a beat. Dester and I, he's straight back into work, and like, I don't know, the relationship between person and their guide dog, let alone any dog, is amazing. So getting back from 5 months was really nice, and getting to walk on the beach and in the sunshine with him, and not having to wear jackets and jeans everywhere has been really nice.
When you say that, how do you stay connected to the snow when you come back to a 30-degree day in Newcastle with the greatest beaches in the world? Like, how do you remain and keep that contact?
It's weird. I guess I absolutely love both of those two different worlds. They're so opposite, but I guess I get such a strong fix of being here at the beach in Newcastle for the months that I'm here, and then I feel ready to get back into the coal and vice versa.
And what's next for you, Pat? What's next on the cards?
Not too sure yet. I've got to think some things through and try and figure out a little bit of work and save up a little bit of money for I guess everything. I haven't really got any schedules or ideas on the next season or anything like that, but take some time to think of what's going to be good.
Nice. Are there any big events happening next year?
There will just be, so next year's kind of like the weird in-between year from World Championships and the Paralympic Games, but we'll still have a World Cup circuit.
Yeah.
So that's just like a bunch of World Cups throughout the season, throughout Europe, and hopefully in America or Canada as well. But follow them, and then there'll be World Cup finals at the end, wherever that may be, which will be pretty cool.
Well, Pat Rubberman Jensen, as always, we are huge fans of you here at You Little Ripper. Congratulations on the season. We were so grateful when you got to the bottom of the mountain after you untangled yourself from the netting. But we're wishing you the best. We welcome you home, and we can't wait to see where you go next.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me on here.
Pat Jensen, what a legend. He has definitely settled back into Newcastle live. For those of you that aren't watching the Auslan videos on Spotify, and if you're not, go over and have a look because they are great. You'll see that he had a bit of a John Lennon vibe going along there. He is one of the coolest kids that you're ever going to meet, and it's so great to see him continuing in the sport. And also check out the video on his social media when he does meet his guide dog. It is pretty wonderful to see. Thank you for listening to our podcast. We here at You Little Ripper, we love parasport, and we want to share how amazing it is with the rest of the world, but we need your help to do that.
We need you to tell all your mates about what we are doing, and then leave us a review, 5-star, a really nice review, please.
We'll be back for more interviews with your favourite athletes, so make sure you followed You Little Ripper wherever you get your podcast from.
And we'd like to say a big thank you to Toyota for supporting this episode of You Little Ripper. Oh, what a feeling. Thanks, Toyota.
Thanks, Toyota.